Welcome back. Today we are going to make a video about a simple string change out. Many of you may already know how to do this, and today we've picked a Epiphone Les Paul. Very simple string setup and bridge. This is a great video for beginners. The first step on a guitar like this is simply to loosen the strings. You can do this on all 6 strings at the same time. Also, the reason why we're starting on this guitar for our lesson is that the bridge is very, very simple. When the string is loose, you can take it off, and the strings pull out through the back part of the bridge. Now that you have the strings off, you have a good opportunity to dust where you can't normally reach. So the pickups directly, just apply bite pressure. And all around, everything, knobs, in between, the bridge is a good place. You can take the bridge off if you have Les Paul. And just lightly dust, make sure the guitar is nice and clean. You'll also want to clean the headstock. Another place that is really difficult when there's strings on. When the strings are off, you have great access to clean all around the tuners. After you've dusted off the guitar, if you have something like this Dunlop guitar cleaner or any sort of cleaner, I would suggest lightly spraying the guitar, or you can spray the rag. For the guitar, I would spray the wood only. Don't spray the pickup. If you want to do something like the pickups, or other sensitive areas of the guitar, spray it on the rag, just lightly rub it down. Also, this is a good opportunity to clean the fretboard. I'd suggest going across the fretboard like this, where you can remove any sort of stain or fingerprints, things like that build up over time. Now we're ready to put on the new strings. We're using Ernie Ball Super Slinkies today, which I would highly suggest, but strings are your choice. So you want to start by taking the strings out. I usually start with the low E string. Be careful when you unwind. They have a tendency to kind of pop out. You want to unwind them. Hold on to it, get it ready. And then you're going to start by threading this end through the bridge. Go ahead and pull it up to where you get a little bit of tension. Make sure this string is on the saddle. And go ahead and go through the tuning peg, like this. As you do this, you're going to want to make sure the string is in line with the guitar as much as possible. Meaning you want the string to go on the inside of the tuning peg, so it's in a straight line with the guitar. You do not want it to go on the outside and create unneeded tension. It's a little hard to get this started. If you have a string winder like this, I would suggest using that, especially at the beginning, just with help for getting the tension going. Make your job a little bit easier. Careful not to hit the other tuners. And make sure the string stays out of the way. And at the beginning, you can leave it fairly loose until you get the other strings on. Now that you have your strings on, before you get to the actual tuning, go ahead and use a tool like this or any sort of clipper and clip off the excess string. Now you want to tune the guitar, and you want to start with the strings going relatively slowly. You don't want to over tension. As you can see, I'm reading the tuner here, and this is the E string. I'll start by getting the E in tune, and then I'll work my way through the other strings. Now to the A. And then you just keep working your way through each string of the guitar. Now that your strings are tensioned, excess cut off and on, go ahead and tune your guitar. Keep in mind, these strings will stretch for the first day or so, so go ahead and go back and check them often. The other thing I like to do sometimes is tweak the strings a little bit like this and stretch them yourself. That's up to you, but it's a good way to get some of the stretch out. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.